Greetings. Welcome one more again to Safe Space Talks, my mastery. I got my brother Yusuf White on the line with me. Definitely a key player and a true friend. We're going to talk about some of the world stressors that's going on. Recently, we just had the situation where a man in Maine just went to a bowling alley, shot up some people, and now the family is saying he has some mental issues and they saw his mental issues declining. Now, this is crucial to understanding why I do what I do because I always say we cannot dismiss people. So, how did you see your loved one declining mentally? Did you try to do something? Did they not respond? So, one of the things we want to do is definitely provide you with information on, how to get help, how these stressors, these world news stressors stress us out daily, because at the end of the day, it really all begins to affect African American and brown people the most. And with all these incidences where prices are going up, stores are closing, resources are getting tight, there's rumors of wars, rumors of World War III on deck, and we cannot sit still and do nothing. So I'm going to introduce my brother, um, Mr. Yusuf White, who's an advocate, an actor, and let him shed some light on this matter. Go ahead, Yusuf.
You got to understand, guys, peace and blessings to everyone. We got to understand that stress is a number one killer, especially specifically in the black community.
Come on. Yeah.
I'm not going to singleize it just for blacks because I say for minorities.
Right.
If you're below a certain poverty level or salary, yearly income, 40 to 60, 40 being the lowest, 60 being the highest. It's still a poverty level cutoff. And the stresses of watching TV, the news, family issues, it weighs on the mind and the soul. And we have to find a way to release those pressures, not hold on to them and burden ourselves with it because it shortens our lifespan. So, I wish we would really address whatever issues we may have. And I've tried to help those that, need the right guidance to go to certain steps, for crisis intervention and things like that. It's nothing wrong and you shouldn't be embarrassed about asking for help.
Right.
So that's the
Exactly.
biggest obstacle we need to get over in the black
You're a little
community.
short. Yeah. Come up a little bit. There you go. That's good. That's good.
Sorry about
Um,
that. Yeah, that's one of the major obstacles we have to get over in the black community is humbling ourselves and ask for mental health issues, especially when we have a crisis outbreak or, learn how to relieve ourselves of stress by not watching or participating in stressful activities. The news is the number one catalyst for depression.
right.
It creates what do you call it, radicalizes people, it depresses people, it pushes people over the edge, becoming vigilantes. Stress has
Right.
a
Right.
different variations of, way different people deal with it. And, our government, they know how to play with that as well. So,
Right.
just like the Orson Welles theory, when they have fear and panic, they've learned how to utilize that through the news. So that's why I said, don't watch the news,
Yeah.
because it'll
Yeah.
make you depressed. This
It will.
person got killed, that person got killed.
Yeah. And
Just
they
pray to
lie.
God.
Yeah, they lie and they emphasize those things that do cause fear and panic. But one of the things I'm realizing is that actually, going out and going to the grocery store, I'm seeing more people unify. Quiet as is kept. They're not going to tell you that on the news, but they're of all colors. Okay, and so the news can project that, but the the people with the feet on the ground, we know
We
at the
see
end
the
of the
truth.
day, right? It's
Propaganda is a
yeah, yeah.
big
At the
machine.
end of the day, at 9/11, say for instance, if you was racist, I'm just saying there are some extremists, and a black fireman came to help you, would you just go on and die? You know what I'm saying? Or would you say thanks for helping me? You know, so
Yeah.
there's just, I'm thankful for social media in a way. I'm thankful that people are becoming more frustrated with our system. And we understand that when frustration comes, there's going to be anarchy, there's going to be war, there's going to be rebellion, there's going to be a lot. So one of the things I want to ask you, because you've been through a lot, and we're going to hit on that, but you're strong with understanding being under pressure, from your homeless background, and you understand what it takes to survive. If you can share as best that you can the mental capacity it takes to endure those low times, that will be great.
Uh, well, first you got to understand that everything is a test. So you have to have a spiritual foundation to even build your equilibrium. So without that, your house is gonna fall over and over again.
Right.
So once you get into some type of discipline pattern, whether it be lifting weights and going to the
That's
gym,
good.
exercise and
That's
jogging,
good.
you just have some type of study habit of being
Oh, that's good.
consistent.
Hmm.
Something. Give me an example of what consistent consists of. And you have a few examples.
Right.
I pray regularly.
Hmm.
It's easy and it's hard
Right. Right.
to be an
Right.
advocate prayer. But when you have your foundation and your equilibrium is together, that will sustain you through anything because you'll understand that it's just a test. And second, you just have to put yourself in the mind frame of expecting to hear no. Don't
Mm.
expect to hear yes.
Right.
Because when you hear no and you're disappointed and you crumble and fall and get frustrated or get upset, that's the stress.
That's
Now your
good.
blood pressure is high. So you have to learn how to keep, troubleshoot your own situations without getting yourself upset or harmed because you're only hurting yourself. So you have to
Yeah.
understand that the
Right.
stress level factors of dealing with no, can make you have suicidal tendencies.
Right. Yeah. And like you said, and we all know, stress is that silent killer that, can inflate your blood sugar, your blood pressure, because when you stress, some people stress eat, some people, and it's not stress eating of something good. It's junk or anything that can appease your appetite, that you like fried chicken, uh cakes, candy, ice cream, buckets of it. And,
You
we know
know
that's
how,
not good.
yep. You know how I like to look at it? I like to look at life as a game, a board game. And I
Hmm.
know white supremacy has set up the pieces
Hmm.
on the game. So when I hear no, I know that's an obstacle that if I was maybe Latino or I
Right.
was Indian or if I was white Caucasian, I might not hear that no. So I know being black and being a man, that puts extra burden on me.
I like, yeah,
And I've accepted the burden and I'm proud of the fact that I am a black man and I can get through the obstacles and you can't break me and you can't make
come
me
on,
fold
sir.
and
That's
you
right.
can't make me submit to alcohol, drugs, or
Come
any of
on.
those vices because I know there's a liquor store on every corner in every neighborhood and there's a church on every corner. So I'm like, what's the correlation?
Right.
Those
Well,
are the two
choice.
biggest money. Those are the two
Choice.
biggest money makers in the black community.
Right. Right. But
You
it's
know,
still a choice. And I'm
yeah,
glad
you
you
can
mentioned that and said that, because at the end of the day, your life represents your choices.
you can go in one
If
door or another.
you are
One,
a drug addict or sex addict or whatever, and we
there you go.
understand these things come from, our childhood or whatever, or what we've been exposed to, at the end of the day, it's still your choice. Even God has given us the ability to have a choice. He said, choose
Free
ye this
will is
day.
a mother.
So,
Yeah, I mean,
you
animal
got to
instinct
decide. You
seems
got to
to be.
decide what you want. And that's going to
Yeah,
help
and
you
you
with
you
your
have
mental
to
health choices. The ability to,
and you have to see yourself. You have to look at yourself like maybe 2 years from now. What do I want to look like? Where
come
do I want
on.
to
Yeah.
be?
Yeah.
How do I want to travel? What do I
Right.
want to live in? What is my living room gonna look like? What type of furniture? What type of pictures am I gonna get? Even before you even make those moves, you should be aspiring to, to have a long term and a short term goal. So
Right.
that means you're expecting to be living on the earth within 2 years. So you're not going to put yourself in a reckless position that will alleviate you or remove you from that opportunity. So you stick to the script and try to stay safe and away from people, places, and things when you're going through hardship. At
Right.
least come back look like a new, fresh, better person when
Right.
you're going through hardship, as opposed to submitting, losing all your teeth, your skin go gray, you hanging
Right.
out with a girl that don't got no toes. No, you just gave up. And that's part of the program that's designed in the black community for the mother and the father to give up and leave the children desolate and by themselves. So I'm not going to submit to poverty, drug addiction, all of the different elements and landmines that's put in the black community for us to go self-destructive and kill ourselves or just go crazy and don't have common sense. You
That's
have
good.
book
Yeah.
smart, street smarts, and common sense, or you can have all three. If
Right.
you are befogged, drunk, or high all the time, you're gonna have none of them.
Yeah.
So I refuse to be a negative statue in the community.
Yeah, yeah, and that's real, and I love this conversation because it's really just a conversation on the world stresses, the news, and how we have to prepare ourselves, our hearts and minds, be diligent, guarded, and I love what you said. You will not fall victim to these devices that have been designed to make us quit. Same thing as that's the devil. He just wants us to his plans to kill, steal, and destroy. It's the same thing, and we have to, enough is enough. We have to say no. With all the information outlets that we have on today, from Google and YouTube, to obtain information, to listen to audiobooks, to you said something earlier, habits, right? Creating good habits, create good workout habits, good eating habits. All of this plays a role in our everyday. Even when you go on a job interview, and I say this frequently, one of the things they say is, what are one of your hobbies? Because they're looking to see, what is it that you enjoy? What is it that you enjoy doing outside of being a career or a go-getter? And so, you got to put things in place. And I'm urging everybody right now, like, you have to put these, we're not on here telling you this just because we want to be on here telling you this. We're on here telling you this because nobody's going to tell you. And we're not on here to, berate anybody, but to inform people. And so find something you enjoy. If you enjoy knitting, give yourself 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. I do business coaching. I said, anytime an entrepreneur is starting their business, they need to allot 3 hours of their day towards that goal. Same thing. If you have a hobby, you need to allot some time for that. So whether it be a half an hour, an hour, that's something you got to do. Go ahead. You with us? You're frozen? There you go. Or what's happening? All right. You frozen? Let's see. That's because they don't want us to tell y'all this good information, but we're gonna give it to you anyway. So listen, so with this episode, I hope you leave knowing that find a hobby, get your mental strength together, get habits, create new habits, create create more habits that will, be beneficial to your overall health. Now, it is ideal that you come to a place, because this show is about taking care of you, that you come to a place where you get the clarity and understanding that you are valued, you are loved, and we can't allow these stressors to really try to overtake you. So we got you back, brother.
Yeah,
All right. You want to add something to our closing?
yeah,
All right. Add something to our closing.
yes. Just a more people that are out there watching and listening. Don't chase money. Chase blessings.
Yeah, that's
Do
good.
good deeds and add up on your scale on the day of judgment.
Ooh,
It'll purify your soul and make you feel good, make someone else feel good, and it'll please the Creator. No
yeah,
matter what you call him, it'll please your Creator.
yeah,
So
yeah.
do kind deeds and chase that, and whatever you pray for, God willing, it'll be answered in God's time, not in your time. So be patient.
Yeah, and he's not just saying that. He does kind acts. He is really, he can support everything he's saying. Also, quickly before we leave, tell him about the film that you took part in.
American Immigrant is on Tubi right now. It's filmed out in Miami and New York City, Queens.
Mhm.
Shout out to Queens, New York. I got a lot of traction with that particular project, opened up a lot of doors and created a lot of dialogue. So I was glad to be a catalyst in that particular area because homelessness in America, you wouldn't believe. California,
Right,
Tacoma, Washington, Arizona, Camden, New Jersey. It's a drug epidemic out in Philadelphia.
wow,
It's zombies just walking around looking crazy. It's
right.
boxes and tents and embankments and just filth everywhere. 63% of them are African American specifically.
And
So
let's
we
not
need
talk
to
about
find a way. Yeah,
let's
they
not
don't want to talk about
no,
that.
let's
These
not
are the
talk about these rent increases that are putting
The
people
rent's
off.
astronomical. The cost of buying groceries is ridiculous, and the pay is not increasing. The pay should coincide with the cost of living.
Right.
So they're not adjusting it, and they're squeezing the small man and getting every little nickel and dime out of them. The COVID situation, I knew they were going to get their money back some kind of way. So
You
it
sound like
wasn't
my
free
dad.
money. You just was going to pay for it in the end. So
Yeah.
we need to come together and find a way to get our LLCs, our tax ID numbers, and make this business venture and support each other. We put our names in the hat, we shuffle them up, and whoever name come out first, that's the first person that gets all the push behind from the team,
If
and so
only
forth
we
and so
did,
on.
sir. If
But we have
only
to
we
be
did.
involved in it. We got to be in it to win it. There are no black people that own any of those buildings in Manhattan. So we need to get on top of our game. We behind the eight ball.
Still in 2023 going into 2024. And I mean quickly. This needs to happen quickly. You
Yeah,
know,
because this year went by quick. It
it
just
sure enough
disappeared
did.
in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
My dad always says the older you get, time goes by faster. And I didn't believe him. But yeah,
That's
you was
right.
right, Dad. You was
All
right.
right, good metaphor. Okay, shout out to Dad.
Yeah, yeah. But listen, I love my family. I love the key player family. I love those who, rock with me. This is not a monetized platform. We're just on here trying to give you the truth. But we will ask you to become a member of Safe Space Talks. That's going to be going out soon. So please, please, what he's talking about, unifying and bringing businesses together so we can
That's
funnel
right.
and build.
Reparation.
That,
No,
when
reparation.
are you going to get to? Okay,
Reparation.
that's
They
right.
owe us reparation.
That's
We
it.
can't let them off the hook.
That's true. That's true.
We
And
gotta
so,
fight for
listen,
reparation. I don't care. We gotta block the tunnels and the bridges.
we
Stop
going to
all their money
jail.
until they have a meeting at the
That's right.
United Nations and address the war crimes that have been done to black people here in
Yeah,
America. To the
that's it.
point that Billie Holiday made a damn song, "Strange Fruit." That's how barbaric it was here. So
Yeah.
let's address the elephant in the
And
room, clear the check so we can heal. And some of us will leave, some of us will stay. But we got to address this war crime because everybody's getting reparation.
it's
Look,
that much.
Israel is in a war right now.
And you
They're
know what
getting
they're
money
gonna
from the
do?
United States.
They're gonna
So,
they're gonna send out draft letters for your sons. You
yeah,
know.
pretty soon.
So
But they are
so
one of the people that are getting reparation. Our issue's 400 years. So let's do the math on whatever they're getting reparation and multiply it times 400 years. And let's
correct.
give black people that reparation.
Yeah.
Let's give black people the 40 acres and a mule that they're entitled to and that you put on the legislator. We're not black, we're Indian.
That's it. That's
So,
it.
that's how we miss out on the treaties and the deals and agreements that was done behind closed
Closed
doors with
doors.
Frederick Douglass and Christopher Addicks and all our great thinkers that helped this country evolve into where it is today. Railroads,
Right.
highways,
Please. Light.
everything. We did lights, blood plasma, stem cells, research, computer, everything. We can't let these people off the hook, and we can't try to emulate ourselves from them and try to be like them because they beating us coming forward, backwards, sideways, and they making us hate ourselves. Love
My God.
yourself first, and don't believe the hype, and stop reading the papers and the news because it's gonna make you hate yourself.
Yeah.
Because they spend billions of dollars to hate the original founders of the world,
That's it.
black people.
That's it. So
So
listen, you
love
can get your
yourself
news.
and let's make it happen. That's what I'm about.
Yeah, that's what we about. Listen, and you get your news at urbanbuzzmag.com. Don't forget. But listen,
I'm on it. Whatever
I know.
movements.
Join us.
If I got march and put my helmet on, I'm right there. I like to fight the devil on the front
I
line
know, I know. We
because
need
my
more black
ancestors
men
couldn't
like
say
you.
nothing to them. We couldn't look at them,
Right,
Emmett Till, brutalized just for a look.
right,
We couldn't read, they'd kill us.
right.
So,
And this is
just to,
what he's saying is the reason we're affected now. That was generations of generations
exactly.
of generation of generational distress, hurt,
Every time I
trauma.
see somebody brutalized on TV by the police, that sends a distaste in my mouth and my stomach and nerves get all upset. Because I've experienced interactions with the police where it could have went sideways or
Right,
left or just took a complete turn, isolated on a highway with a cop that's a road cop. You
right,
just got to know how to troubleshoot and deal with every situation. And wisdom comes with age. And I try to pass it down. Every fight, you don't have to fight. You're
right,
not going to win every battle or every war. So you better pick them and choose them wisely. And you
right,
can't fight in a situation that you don't have no ammo. So, until you get, and the pen is mightier than the sword and the fist.
right. That's it. That's it. That's it. Listen, you know me. I was raised by a man. I love black men. So I thank all my brothers for rocking with me. You can connect with us at safespacetalks@gmail.com. We're here every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And please subscribe. Just subscribe, like I said, we're not here to monetize. We're here to give information because if we monetize, then we can't give you the information like we just gave it to you.
We going to be pretty soon. I
Yeah,
got a couple moves.
yeah.
One hand wash the other. Both wash the face. Gotcha.
So we gonna do what we do because this is what we do, and we love our people. So we gonna be here to the end, and you see we willing to fight and get on the front lines. So make sure you connect with Yusuf on his IG and on Facebook at U Turn World. I mean, this is a positive brother. Again, like I said, he's not just saying it, he's about it. So listen, until we see you again on next Wednesday, be well, my friends, and we love
All
you.
right. You everybody have a beautiful evening and stay safe. God bless.
God bless.